Jeremy from OpticHouse.com. So, if you follow me on social media, then you've probably seen me post a bunch of figure drawings. I've showed a few figure drawings here and there in some of the videos on YouTube, but in social media on Twitter, Facebook, DeviantArt, Instagram, I usually post a sketch every day, and I also share them in my weekly newsletter. And these are all studies from figure drawings. I've been taking classes for several years now, still always trying to learn, grow, improve my sense of anatomy, form, dynamics, pursuing my studies, improving my ability at depicting the human form. Anyway, it occurred to me not too long ago or actually, it's not even that it occurred to me not too long ago. I think for a long while now, I've been thinking about someday putting out an art book that was just a collection of figure drawings. And I realized that it would behoove me to find out if anyone would actually be interested in this book. So I thought the first step would be kind of designing a cover or a couple of covers and then sharing them online, seeing if people are interested. What's funny is the part of the video you're looking at right now, I'm looking for a second image. One of the cover comps I was going to do has all of them have the same main dominant image, which this reclining woman that I think is one of my favorite drawings, one of my personal favorites from all the years I've been taking figure drawing classes, probably over a decade now, or about a decade now at this point. But I wanted to have a second drawing that I was trying to find an interesting place to ghost into the background of the blue bar that's the second graphic element on these cover designs. And I was worried during this segment, as I knew I was recording my design process for the book cover, and I was worried that I would be boring the hell out of you with this part where I'm looking through all these different photos here. And looking at them in this small scale might not be that interesting, but it gave me an idea. And I think at some point soon, I'm going to do another video where it's going to be just the screen taken up by, I don't know, however many years of figure drawing, just played sequentially, like one after another, really quick, the way they were running there. Like maybe one drawing every like 2 or 3 seconds. So just like boom, 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 like snaps of shutter shot, like rapid shutter firing one after another. So, even in the book design process, ideas keep coming. You never know where you get inspiration for something. In this case, it was inspiration for another drawing video. But anyway, so here doing the book design, I started by doing some research before really getting into laying these different covers out. I went on Amazon and looked at the book covers for a bunch of different collections of artists' figure drawings. Rembrandt figure drawings, Michelangelo, Degas, Renoir. It doesn't matter, like just tons of different figure drawing books to try and find books covers, see what inspired me, see if there was a style that I liked. Part of this was twofold. I wanted to find a direction, but also to find things and say, all right, how can I capture the energy that a particular cover has without copying that cover? Looking at what were in covers of books, of collections of drawings of existing artists, but trying to find ways to not copy them, to do something that's new and different, but still fits in, would still make sense, like if you saw it on the shelf next to those books. So that was kind of what I was going for here. And oddly enough, the one on the bottom left really was my first idea and really my only idea. Even though I sat down and I looked at a bunch of different images for reference, a bunch of book covers, normally I thumbnail out whenever I'm doing any design project, but on this one, I just sort of had that image in my head of having my name at the top and then the figure drawings in a band going across the woman's breasts. And obviously, I'm not a prude. If you've seen any of my artwork, I don't feel necessarily that the woman's breasts have to be covered up. Particularly in an art book, having a female nude on a cover or a male nude. I should probably do a book of full frontal male nudes at some point. Just for those ladies and men who would be appreciative of that. But it's not necessarily that I'm prudish about it. It's just that I like the idea of it being kind of tantalizing, having that bar going across her breast, kind of like it's better to conceal than reveal. So, I was toying with at least having one or two different versions that were based more on that than, being the complete nude drawing. But I also really like the versions where she's just reclining and you see her, like the ones that are in the upper left and bottom right. And what's funny is now I'm going back and I'm looking through photos again. The blue bar that's running down the cover on the bottom right hand one, I was looking for the right image to put in there, to ghost in there. I think I ended up putting a image in there and laying it on the layer setting. Was it luminosity? Yeah, I think I set it on luminosity at a low opacity. And originally I was going to try and have another full figure in there, but then I decided it would look better to have a face really blown up large and kind of staring out from the blue bar. Since the dominant image of the page is a medium shot, of a human figure. At first I was going to have a full figure kind of small at the bottom, but I thought, why not go the opposite? But the point is, I need to have some contrast. If the dominant image is a medium shot, then the shot that I have in the middle, in terms of visual storytelling, there's got to be some contrast. It either has to be a way smaller image or a way larger image. In the end, I decided to go way larger. So that was sort of the process of thinking that out. And a lot of this in book design is just sitting and tweaking, noodling with small details, trying a little bit here, trying a little bit there. At the last minute, when I did those 4, that was originally all I was planning to do was 4 book covers. But as the design process goes, or any type of creative challenge, as you're working through something, more ideas occur to you as you're in the middle of the process. That's another reason why whenever you have a creative project you're going to work on, yes, you should definitely do thumbnails, but there's a potentiality to overthink the process. And sometimes it's good to just dive in, because as you're working, ideas come to you. And then you're like, oh, let me just pivot here. Let me try this. Let me try that. One of the things that I was really concerned about once I did these first 4 images was how the white text read on the tan background of the paper. When I first started doing these covers, the one in the very bottom left was the first one I did, and there is a gradient, a very slight gradient. As you can see, it's a little bit darker behind the white text of my name at the top of that one. That gradient, I think, is in all of these images. Maybe it's not in the one that's on the middle bottom, but the rest of them should all have that gradient in there. And I considered, and I'm still considering, the possibility of maybe adding a slight drop shadow. The way that there's a drop shadow on the words optichouse.com on all of the covers except for the one with the blue bar, I'm considering still going back and adding a drop shadow to the white text on the one that I'm tweaking right now. Just to make sure that the part where it says figure drawings and the date reads a little bit better. So anyway, the big question now that I have for you, viewers, is, are you at all interested in seeing a book like this? A collection of my figure drawings from the past 5 years? And if so, first off, on a scale of 1 to 10, leave it in the comments. Let me know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested are you in this book? Secondly, out of these covers, which one do you like the most? That's it for now. Check out my website, optichouse.com. If you enjoy these videos, please share them. Also, sign up for my weekly newsletter to get a free digital download and see what else I'm working on. Go be creative.